honestly, this morning was a mad rush trying to cram some more of the notes in. I stayed up yesterday till like, I must have gone to sleep at like 3. Um, it was not a wise life choice, especially because today I have to stay up really late, probably trying to like revise all of this. So I might take a nap. I might just watch some stuff and like hang out and cry. The exam itself, okay, this exam I was most prepared for, and that's not just because I stayed up till 2 a.m. last night. All the past papers were basically very heavily calculation based, so I did basically all the past papers that I had available. Like I had been doing these throughout, so I was really quite like familiar with it, and I felt like the papers were going a lot better than the theory, and they were just going the best out of like all the papers that I was doing for the other modules as well. So I did feel like most prepared for it, and I stayed up last night just to read through the notes, which thank God my brain was like, no, we're going to do this, Magda, because the actual exam was barely any calculations and a lot of theory that came up in those notes. So if I hadn't read that, I would have been screwed. So I'm so glad that I did that. Like, I still probably messed up a lot of stuff, because I couldn't quite remember what it said. Like, I remembered reading something about it, couldn't quite remember what it was, but still, like, it would have been a lot worse. And the exam itself, I don't want to say it went well because I honestly have no idea. Some of the questions you kind of had to make a bit of a guess, and also the time pressure is real. It could have gone either really quite well, or like I could have got quite a lot wrong. I don't think it went so tragically that I failed it. But if at any point you just feel really demotivated for an exam because you're like, oh, I don't know anything, there's just no point of revising, because that's stuff that goes through my head all the time. Like, what is the point of me revising this? Like, I literally don't know anything. I may as well just not. Even if you revise 3 hours the night before, it can still help you so much. Like, that paper would have gone so much differently if I hadn't decided to just get a grip and sit down and read through those notes, even though I was literally shattered. It helped so much, because the first question was taken directly from the notes, and I was just like, hallelujah, and the second and the third, and I was just like, this could have gone so differently if I hadn't done that. After tomorrow I will have 2 exams left, and like home will be done. Like, I won't have to look at any of this crap again. Like, it will be over. That's so exciting. I'm good, that it's going to be great. And the other 2 exams I have are anatomy and histology, which are both basically sit here and cram a bunch of information into my brain, which I feel like is easier than trying to understand stuff. I hate that my life has come to this. Like, I'm sat here like, okay, so I'm gonna make up an essay, but that's fine. Like, that's what I want. Since when is this? Yeah, don't follow by my example, people. Don't. We will discuss that very detailedly when I make a video at some point about first year, if I make it through first year. I'm just really scared that the essay questions are going to be on stuff that I can't answer. Again, like, it's the essays instill a fear in me like no other. This is the last essay paper that we have to do, and I don't think we have to reset essays, so thankfully this year, like, the essays are done. But they just, like, it's something else. Like, at least in multiple choice, you know, you have a choice of 5. You can pick something. I think for now I'm just gonna go and make popcorn. I might just lie here for a bit, contemplate my life. Oh, I'm literally gonna have to go to sleep at 2 again. Oh my god, I'm so relieved. You have no... Actually, am I really relieved? Probably not. I'm just so glad that's done. Okay, so, recap. I'm very sleep deprived, number 1, but that's not the point. The essays are like... It's so annoying because they are such like a major source of stress, but obviously they don't count, like, stress beforehand. So one of them was shockingly poor, because there are only like 3 that I could answer, but 2 of them were very iffy. So yeah, so one of the essays I wrote, I was just kind of making stuff up. I didn't really answer the question. I just wrote some stuff to do with some chemoreceptors and was like, call that a day. The other essay, I don't know if I actually answered the question correctly. I answered my interpretation of what the question was asking. It was worded extremely badly, in my opinion. But like my essay, that was the first time I wrote more than 3 pages for an essay, and like I was like on it. So that essay went a lot better. And then the multiple choice is what I'm worried about because it didn't go that well. I started running out of time. So I had to kind of like quickly read through, not think about some of the latter questions properly. And I guessed a lot. And I'm very worried basically about the MCQs because I don't think I passed them. Times that I've done past papers and felt that they went better than that, it was still like barely scraping a pass. Almost done for now, so I can get rid of like literally my whole desk is covered in like paper, so much like paper, even more paper, like there's more home stuff in my folder, there's my home folder, there's just so much stuff and I'm just so excited to get it out of the way. And then we're going, I think the medics, we're gonna go for lunch, which is gonna be good because all I've eaten this morning is half of a Naked bar because I kind of felt sick eating that. I drank some coffee. Probably revise some anatomy today because I feel like I could get complacent and be like, oh, it's okay, I can, you know, take the day to chill, but then I'm literally going to regret it so much over the next 3 days, so I should probably revise a bit of anatomy today. I've got rowing this evening, which is going to be really nice because I haven't been to rowing since Monday morning, which that's like 3 days. That's so long. No, that's 4 days actually now. Very long indeed. So I'm really excited to do that. And yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep early tonight. Like, yes, I want to revise anatomy, but also it's not worth messing up my sleep schedule completely. It's gonna be really weird though, because for the next 3 days, we don't have any exams. So it's just like you wake up and you have the whole day literally to do absolutely nothing. It's as if it were a weekend. To be fair, it does include the weekend, but like, you just have to wake up and be like, okay, let's drag myself through the slog of revision with nothing else to do during the whole day. Like, I don't like it. Just got back from food. It's now 4 o'clock, but it was so nice. We went to Nando's and then we went to get ice cream and we've just been sat on the grass outside and it was really nice. Not gonna lie, I got up really late, but I also wasn't planning on getting up early today. Like, yes, I should have been doing loads of work, I know, but there was just no point. Like, I've been so sleep deprived the past few nights. I'm currently just sat here. I've done a paper. It went decently. I got 75%. Obviously, the actual thing is going to be so much harder than this because this is just MCQs, and on the actual thing, like, we have to identify things. So I'm gonna finish marking this, maybe do another paper, and then get a grip with the dissection manual. Usually I ramble on about how much I love rowing. By the way, I don't know what's happening to my throat, but I really hope I'm not getting ill. Literally, to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised. I've lasted a whole term without being ill. The first term of uni that I haven't been ill for like the whole term. And here it is. Today I found out they want us to do an outing before bumps. So bumps next week starts on Wednesday. My last exam is on Tuesday. They want us to do an outing on Tuesday at like 4:30. So my exam goes till like past 3. And like, oh, I just really don't want to do it. It's just so annoying because I have to finish an exam, all the medics are going to be celebrating, and I'm like, okay, so now I've got to go to the boathouse. What am I going to do once exams are over? Because number one, okay, procrastination does not feel as good. Like procrastination or like doing things that you would normally do to procrastinate doesn't feel as good when you don't have anything to do. That is a fact. It's really sad, but it's a fact. It's just, it hasn't been a good day. For many reasons. Like, I don't know why. I've just felt very off all day. I can't really place my finger on it. I'm kind of like starting to freak out a bit because my exam is literally in 2 days and I've also got histology to revise. I had a dream that I missed an exam. Like I slept into it and it was honestly the most stressful thing ever. Good morning folks and welcome back to another episode of Magda's Life is Falling Apart as we speak. So I woke up in the afternoon this morning It's not the morning. Why do I keep saying that? It's really not the morning. It's 2 o'clock. I'm eating my lunch for breakfast because I didn't have breakfast. Although recently, to be fair, I haven't even been eating breakfast anyway. So, yeah, I'm having lunch. And I'm about to start revising anatomy, and I have rowing, which I have to leave for in like 2.5 hours. So, I've really thought this through very well. It's Sunday today, so my anatomy exam is tomorrow. I have so much to revise, it's actually a joke. And I'm so tired. Like, every day getting out of bed is such a struggle. So today I'm going to the library now, like, this is it. This is basically like what I did before Sechi and Isbam, but I'm going to the library and I'm going to spend all day there because I have things to do. And yesterday I went to the library for the evening, from like 8 till 12, and it was actually like a lot more productive, obviously, than it would have been if I were in my room. So that is the vibe that we're going with today. This is your thigh, this is your leg, this whole thing is not your leg. I'm actually eating breakfast this morning. I'm having granola. I said that really weirdly, because I actually bought some granola. I need to stop. Granola, okay, with milk, and also, obviously, as usual, my big cup of caffeinated beverage. Delicious. Not going to sleep tonight again, but I've just returned for a break from the library. It's now 20 to 4. I left like just gone 3, so it's been 40-ish minutes. I'm just gonna eat something really quickly because, like, I don't know, I'm not hungry, but I am hungry at the same time. It's all a big mess. I have so much revision to do, it's actually a joke. Like, I don't think I'm gonna finish this by like 3. I'm also listening to Work Bitch by Britney Spears to make myself like get in the game because nothing is actually staying in my head. I feel like it's all going in one ear out the other. I've learned so many muscle thingies, but I keep forgetting where they're attached, where they insert. Like, there's just too much, and I'm just like, do we really need to know this? Like, is this really gonna help me when I'm a doctor? Like, yes, it would be great to know vaguely where the muscles are, but like, do we need to know that, I don't know, the extensor carpi radialis inserts here. Like, what's the point? Guess who's not having a good time? Me. It is 3 a.m. To be fair, I have been procrastinating for like the past hour, since I left the library. Like, I went to go and make myself a cheese toastie because I was hungry. If I start work at 8, I have like 2 hours and a bit to do work tomorrow morning, in which I need to cover the lower limb, really quickly do embryology, and possibly read through. I have these notes from like revision sessions in the dissection room, so I just want to really quickly like skim through those because I'm sure there's going to be something interesting in those. Small update. I'm not okay. I'm so incredibly, like, I'm just delusional at this rate. The sun rises in like an hour, surely, and I'm not even... Just one more day. Just one more day. I have so many regrets. I got like 3 hours of sleep. It's now 8:15. I literally couldn't move until 8. Like, it wasn't gonna happen because I know I'm screwed, but like, I think I'm just too tired to care. A big fat no. Basically, that went absolutely tragically. Like, I could not have had that go any worse. I'm just so annoyed. Like, above all else, right, I stayed up last night till 4 a.m. revising, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get through the whole dissection manual, I'm gonna do it. And I knew that I knew a lot of stuff. And I was like, okay, how badly could this go? Get to the exam. It was literally a whirlwind of mess. Like, my whole world, I want to say world, life, everything just collapsing, crumbling. There were so many stations where like I could identify the thing, which surely is the point here, like to know where stuff is, to be able to identify it, but whatever. But then I had absolutely no clue which was the answer, and I'm just like, I will be resitting anatomy 2, which is really depressing. This steeplechase had so many multiple choice questions on embryology and just random stuff. I was just like, what the hell? They were literally the world's randomest questions ever. Like, I generally had no clue what was going on. This was the worst exam that I've sat. It's really sad that it's now, because, well, to be fair, I guess it's better that it's now than in the middle of exam season. But like, tomorrow is my last exam. I'm not even happy. Like, I thought that I would come out of that, you know, it might not go so well, but like at least I'd be content and like excited to finish exams. I'm literally not, because that just went so badly. It has completely ruined my mood for the rest of the day and probably week. Literally, messages are coming through from the Cambridge Medics chat like, does anyone know when resits are? And I'm just like, mate, same. Like, literally same. Unless they lower the grade boundary tragically for how hard that was, no way. I'm gonna call my mum now and tell her that we're resitting 2 subjects. There is no way under the stars that I could have passed that exam. It was so bad. Anatomy. There was one question in particular that I was just, that was when I realised it was not going well. Like, I got to it and it was a multiple choice question, and all of the options, I had no idea what any of them meant. And then I was like, well, this is great. It's arrived. The last day. I can't believe today's the last day. Got some histology revision to do. I got through like just under half, actually probably a bit under, quite a bit under half, let's just face it, of this yesterday. I went to sleep past 3. So once again, I've had like 4.5 hours sleep. I genuinely did not think I was gonna, or like, not that like I didn't think I was gonna reach this point, but like it seemed so far away and so unattainable. And I know that that's a bit dramatic, but like, we had 9 university exams, and in Cambridge most degrees have like 3 or 4, 5 exams. We had 9, and they were spread out over 2 weeks, and you know, it's been like the quickest 2 weeks but also the slowest 2 weeks of my life. Like, they just drag on and on and on and on. Someone commented, the spleen comes from the lateral plate mesoderm, which is embryology, but like, fine, I could have guessed that. Like, I learnt that bit. And then someone else commented underneath, I don't know what you're on about. I think it's really important to know which nerve does not innervate a tissue that doesn't derive from the 5th pharyngeal arch in fetuses conceived during months that end in a Y. And I was like, that is literally that exam to a T. Like, the most specific, long-winded questions you could ever like conjure up were in that exam, and that was the whole exam. It's been done. It's all over, thank God. I'm so happy. Like, the actual exam itself, no one talked about it because obviously no one cared. Literally everyone walking out of that classroom, I have never seen people leave somewhere faster in my life. Everyone was like, up, out, done. Could have been a lot worse. It also could have been a lot better. There was stuff that like I knew that I'd revised, I just couldn't quite remember. Like, we're not surprised since I did this like on 3 hours sleep yesterday, and I did the exam on like another 4.5 hours sleep. I literally have nothing to do. I put away all my revision. Well, by put away I mean I shoved it all in this freaking notebook. Straight after the exam I had to rushed back to my room to pick up my bag and then cycled to the boathouse. Because the exam finished a lot later than we all thought it was going to finish. I also stink of alcohol, which is disgusting. But like, there's a thing here apparently where people spray each other once they've finished exams. I'm going to take a shower, get ready. I'm going to go out tonight because I haven't been out all term, which is obviously like not surprising. I barely go out anyway, even when it's not exam term. But so if this is the last clip of this video, then farewell. Do subscribe to my channel for second year content, probably finding out whether I failed all my exams, and yeah, lots more fun stuff. So I'll see you when I next see you.
Never let you win again. I'll let you get to me. I'll let you get to me. Get to me. I'll let you get to me. I'll let you get to me. Get to me. I'll let you get to me. I'll let you get to me. Get to me. I'll let you